Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutation to all the argument, especially the truth, uncut and raw. Waking leg, who's the third, I'm not sure about ball, and this topic is, are the traps, the snares, are the devices you have set up, are the pits you have set up for the elect. Alright, so you can cause the elect to fall in. Alright, you're gonna fall into your snares and traps that you set up. Alright, just as an example of Mordecai. Alright, Haman, the Agagite, the Edomite, alright, has set up gallows, alright, for Mordecai. But what happened? The Heavenly Father returned his device on his own head, and he was hanged with his sons on the gallows that he made for Mordecai. And that's just how it is. The things, the devices that you set up. All right, in the times that we coming in, you're going to fall in the pit. All right, the elect is good. The Lord that got the elect. They're in his hands. So, going into Esther. All right, Esther. All right, she became, eventually queen to Artaxerxes. All right, but Artaxerxes basically made Haman, or the Agagite, all right, the second in command, gave him his ring. And Mordecai, didn't want to bow down to him or worship him or give him reverence. And that wrath Haman, all right, where Haman said he wanted to basically exterminate the Jews. All right, for one man not bowing down to him, all right, because he had the perpetual hatred, showing that he's an Edomite. All right, perpetual hatred because it said the enemy of the Jews. All right. So he has set up a device to destroy Mordecai, but the Heavenly Father flipped it upon him. All right, so I'm gonna just get the drop Esther 7. All right, let's just start at 1. So the king and Haman came to the banquet, which Esther the queen, because Esther, all right, out of the advice of Mordecai, all right, because he basically made a plan with Esther and told Esther, all right, to go to the king and supplant, for your people, and that's where she went unto the king, and she told the king gonna make a banquet, So that's what we're reading, Esther, just to get the drop of the story or this part of the movie. Esther 7:1. So the king Haman came into the banquet with Esther the queen, and the king said again to Esther on the second day, so she had a banquet the first day and the second day, and a banquet of wine. What is thy petition, Queen Esther? It is, and it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed. All right, even to the half of the kingdom. Esther the queen answered and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, O king, so plain, and if it please the king, let my life be given me a petition, my people and my request, because she's an Israelite. For we are sold, and I and my people, to be destroyed and to be slain and perish by if we have been sold for bondman and bondwoman. I held my tongue, although my enemy could not countervail the king's damage. Then the king Artaxerxes answered and said unto Esther queen, who is he, and where is he that durst presume in his heart to do so? And Esther said that the adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman. Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen. And the king, arising from the banquet, wine and in his wrath, went into the place of the garden. Haman stood up to make a request for his life to Esther the queen, for he saw that there was evil determined against him by the king. And the king returned out of the palace garden into the palace of the banquet of wine, and Haman was fallen upon the bed wherein Esther was, and said, the king, will he force the queen also before me in my house? As the word went out of the king's mouth, and they covered Haman's face. And Habanar, one of the chamberlains, said before the king, behold, also gallows 50 cubits high, which Haman had made for Mordecai, who had spoken good for the king, standeth, and in the house of Haman. Then the king said, hang him therein, because he set up a gallows to hang Mordecai, as I mentioned earlier. All right, but Mordecai helped the king, all right, because there was an assassination put on the king, and Mordecai heard it, all right, and was able to basically stop the plot, all right. 10. So they hanged Haman in gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai. Then was the king wrath pacified. So Haman was he set up them gallows, because he's the wicked, all right, that the Bible speak of. He's from the wicked seed, all right, that the Bible speak of, the Edomites. And just to show you, all right, his snares and his traps and his devices, all right, that he had set up to kill Mordecai was flipped upon his own hand, and that was his device. All right, that was his destruction, his humiliation. All right, and that's just for the same thing for your elites. All right, you Edomites, your Bacon families, your DuPonts, your Giddys, your Rothschilds, the same thing. The same things you have set for the traps for the elect, for the children of Israel. All right, you're gonna fall in your own pits. All right, and I'm gonna go to, and it's gonna be a quick lesson, not too long. Psalms 35. And I started one. And the Psalm of David, plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me, and fight against them that fight against me. And that's us, all right? That's the prayers we put. Yahweh Shema Shah, those that fight against us, hey, all right, destroy them, Babu Kushah. Take hold of the shield and buckler and stand up for my help, because Yahweh Shah is our shield and buckler, and our help. Draw out also the spear and stop the way against them that persecute me, saying unto my soul, I am thy salvation. So we're gonna be persecuted for the name of Yahweh Shema Shah. They're gonna come with great wrath upon those that fear the Lord. All right. Why I'm not worshiping or bowing down, or I'm receiving the image of the beast, or the digital all right, subjecting or submitting to his philosophies. All right. For let them be confounded and put to shame. And we know it's going to happen. That seek after my soul, let them be turned back and brought into confusion and device my hurt. And they are in a confusion state, man. All right. Let them be as chaff before the wind, and let the angels of the Lord chase them, man. You know it. All right. As in Daniel, the 12th chapter, is going to be so bad that the Heavenly Father is going to send Michael the archangel, all right, to deliver those who name are written in the book of life. All right. The elect. Let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of the Lord persecute them. So let their way, the thing, it's slippery. They can't get a grip. All right, it's dark. They can't see. All right. For without a cause slow down. For without a cause have they hid from me their net and pit, which without cause they have digged for my soul, and they don't have no cause. All we doing is speaking uprightly, all right, and telling Esau, Edom, all right, through the scriptures that he's going off, all right. Let destruction come upon him unawares, and let his net that he had hid, so the nets and snares that he had for us to stumble and fall, catch himself until the very destruction let him fall. And my soul shall be joyful in the Lord, and it shall rejoice in his salvation. All right, so see? All right, so the nets that he got set, that he had hid to catch us, all right, to cause us to stumble and fall, all right, it says let him be caught in it himself. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to be caught in it, man. And your devices that you got set up for the elect to go off. The elect is in good case, man. The Heavenly Father, and that's why we read the scriptures. So we just go to just get it, Romans 13, and I end it there. Romans 13. Was it Romans? Oh, Romans 15. So like it. Romans 15 and 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. This is our learning, our comfort. All right. where we can have hope, as the scriptures say. Bear me, Akim Salakia. All right. But whatsoever things were written, aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience, our suffering, and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So, knowing that our forefathers went through these things, Salakia, and overcame through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Al-Shai by leaning upon Yahweh Shem Al-Shai, because when Haman found, that's Salakia, when Mordecai found out that had Haman say he's going to slew all the Jews, what did Mordecai do? Mordecai ripped his garment, all right, and put ashes, all right, and went to the street and mourned, and cry unto Yahweh Shem Al-Shai. And that's just as the Lord, all right. The Lord said the cries, all right, of the elect, all right, cry unto him day and night, man. Shall he not avenge his elect that cry unto him day and night? Surely, speedily, So a little quick lesson, man. Hey, man, Esau, Edom, man, the nursing traps he got set for us, you're gonna fall in it. All right, so quick lesson, man. We're going to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem and Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone. And salutation to all the occupants, pushing the truth, uncut and raw. Waking leg, Kim, the third, come, Shalom.